Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Today I'm going to be making a melted pore soap with lemongrass essential oil. I'm using a glycerin soap base and a shea butter soap paste. So I'm just cutting down the pieces right now and measuring it out so I have enough to make 4 bars, which are each 4 ounces. 4 bars that are 4 ounces. So that's 16 ounces total. I'm taking about 4 of those ounces of the shea butter base and I'm putting those aside, and I'm just going to cut those into chunks of different shapes as part of the design. And I'm going to put those aside, and I'm not going to melt those parts. So now that my bases are melted down, I'm going to go ahead and add the essential oil. I'm using 100% lemongrass essential oil. And these are my soap chunks too that I was just showing you. And I'm just going to use about a tablespoon of it. Make sure that you're using 100% essential oils and not essential oils that are diluted if you're going to add them to soap, and make sure you're using them and adding them at the proper usage rate. So I just put a little bit in each soap base and mixed it in really well, because essential oils sometimes do take a little bit longer to mix in or fully incorporate when you're using a melt and pour soap base, is what I've noticed. So you want to make sure also that the soap base isn't really hot, because it'll like scorch the essential oil and then you'll have less of the fragrance oil left over. So I just went ahead and spritzed down the mold really well, and then I'm spritzing down these pieces with rubbing alcohol so that they stick really well and don't come out of the soap or come apart. So I'm just going to lay them down into the soap mold, and that way I have a lot of nice chunks in the soap. It's just going to give it a unique design, and I'm just going to put a little bit down to start with and then save some of it, so once the soap is poured I can add a little bit more. Now when I'm pouring this, I'm doing it from opposite ends of the cavity on each soap mold, and I'm just going to pour it really slow, and that way the soap doesn't really mix together or swirl. I just want it to be like so they're touching as part of the design, because I wanted part of the soap base, to the green part, to be somewhat semi-transparent so you could see the white chunks, and then the yellow part is with the shea butter base, and it's a neon pigment, so you won't necessarily see the white chunks as much in that side, except for when like you're using the bar and it's getting down to that area, and I'll show you in a minute when I unmold the soap. You also do want to make sure that the temperatures on these are pretty close to each other, because if one is like really hot or something, it's going to melt the little embeds that you're putting in there, or it's also going to, like, whichever one is hotter, I don't remember, or maybe it's the cooler one, they'll kind of like, when you pour them together, it'll mix and make a lot more swirling. So if you keep the soap base temperatures really low, it helps with this kind of design, so like the colors don't merge too much. And these have been sitting for about 3 hours, I think, before I went ahead and popped them out. and everything is nice and hard, and you can see how the chunks come through on the yellow and on the green. I love this design. It's really simple and easy to do. It's one that I'll probably be doing again, and it's something that you can do in either like little cavity molds like this, or a silicone like long log mold would be nice to do the same or similar type of design. So it was just a little experiment that I wanted to share with you guys and show you. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have questions or want to see something else, leave a comment and I'll try to answer it the best I can.